Okay, I'm going to do a video on the problems with the BOSCH or similar dishwasher when you get the check water light illuminate here and the dishwasher then stops. It's one of two reasons: either the water hasn't been able to expel via the pump due to a blockage, or it's not getting enough water to actually drive the system to actually wash the content. So it's either there's water in there which is not being expelled, or it's not getting water. The problem, I've had both problems, so I thought I'd just run through what you need to do if you get that check water light come up. First thing, if your dishwasher isn't expelling the water, the most likely cause for that is a blockage in the impeller, which is located just underneath the filter here. Now, chances are, if you're cleaning this filter every couple of weeks, I got to admit we don't, and I'm guessing we're not alone, but if you are doing that, then it's probably not this that's going to be your problem. It may well be a blockage in your waste pipe, and that'll just need looking at the back and just checking to make sure that you've got a clear passage through there. But if it is this, and this has happened to me 2 or 3 times, then this is what you need to do. You'll find that the bottom of here is completely covered in water up to about this point here. It may have even started leaking in through the corner here and into the case. There's actually a switch in the case which activates when the water builds up in the bottom, and you can take that out. I'll show you that later. But what you'll find is all this is a couple of inches in water. You'll need to get a ladle and basically empty it. What you need to do is take out your filter housing here, take out the main plate, the main drain, take out the small filter in here. Once you do all this, you may as well give it a good wash and a good clean out. Once you're inside, you'll notice here there's you'll notice there's a hole, and that is the waste drain, and it's got a little waste gate there in the front. You'll need to take off this cover because underneath here is the impeller. That there is a, what do you want to call it, a star head. I think the technical term for it is a torque screw, and you'll need a torque driver for that, and that's one of these. It's I don't know, it's a T20 size. So stick that in the end of your screwdriver, and then undo that screw there. That then lifts that. You pull this, lift this off, and underneath there you'll see the impeller. Do make sure you turn the dishwasher off, because you don't want your fingers anywhere near that impeller when it's turning. There's not a lot of torque on it, as I found out myself. Once your finger's on it, it will stop, but you don't really want that thing spinning up when your fingers are messing around down there. What I found on a couple of occasions was a peanut, and it was stuck, and it on a bit of grit, and on another occasion, and it was stopping the impeller from moving. If the impeller stops moving, then you won't get any water drainage. So if you come in your dishwasher and you find that it's got an inch of water or two on the bottom, it's not it's not draining away, take all that off, wash your filter while you're at it, come into here, undo that screw there, this pops off, and clean out your impeller, and you'll likely find that there's something stopping that, and then that will be it. Job done. Turn your dishwasher back on, and the water will then drain. The other problem that you might find is that there's no water, actually, or not enough water getting into the dishwasher. And then you're going to have to take the side off the dishwasher, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Let's close this up. So again, you've got the check water light come on, you've opened it up inside, there's no water in there, so it's not a drainage problem. It's now because it's not getting the water. You have to take the side cover off. Again, it's 2 more of those torque screws, one up at the top here and one at the bottom. On the back of the dishwasher, can't quite see that here, is a couple of locator nuts. You literally just slide it off and it comes off, and then you'll have this chamber system on the back, on the side here. Sorry, my thing's not focusing very well. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so the water comes in here, out through here, depending on whether it's being drained or water's coming in. Comes in through the bottom, works its way in through this chamber here. There's a stop valve here. You might remember I mentioned that there was a drainage in the bottom here. If there's lots of water in the bottom here because it's filled up and it's worked its way into the bottom, there's a valve here. There's a float in the bottom of there. When the water goes in, it hits this thing and it stops the water from coming in. So that's why it'll say check water, and it's a pool of water in the bottom of your dishwasher. Anyway, in this case, of course, there's not enough water coming in. Now, it might be that your inlet pipe may be blocked. Again, you'll need to check and make sure that your inlet's okay, that the tap is on, which I'm sure it will be, and that the filter inside there isn't blocked. And exactly the same in the bottom of the dishwasher in there, and the connection. Make sure the filter's not blocked in there, and you should be getting. And if they're blocked, obviously that's a job. But the most likely cause, I think, is what's happened to me, is this balance chamber up here was completely blocked up with all sorts of crud. I don't know what it is or even how it's got there. Probably before we had these water softener put in, this was all hard water build up and scale. The only way of getting rid of that is by taking it out. And what I was finding, the water was coming up through this chamber. It wasn't making it through into this chamber and doing a full circuit and then being expelled out through the pump. So there was never any water being left in the dishwasher, and so consequently go through this cycle a couple of times and then check water light would come on. So this, I think, was your most likely cause if you're not getting water into the dishwasher. The only way to remedy it is cleaning out this bowl here where you've got this little float. If this is all stuck up in here, then your this float isn't going to operate correctly, and so you're not going to get water into your dishwasher. So the way to do this then is, as you can see here, it's clipped in here. Pull this down, pull it out. Once you've pulled it out, pull it up and out, and then you'll have to pull this pipe out, and then release this clip here. You'll need a pair of pliers for that. And then once they're all disconnected, put a bucket underneath before you do that. Otherwise, water will go everywhere because all these chambers will be full of water. And then you'll have this piece, in your hand essentially. Don't worry about these bits here. Once you pull it out, they're only connected by like a little rubber washer. So they just come in and it just pulls in and pulls out and goes back in again. Same as this one here. There's no connections or anything. It just pulls out like a bayonet connector. Once you've got it, then just what I did is filled it up from the bottom here. Obviously, turn it upside down, fill it up, a little bit of bleach and lots of hot water. Kept banging it on the side of the sink to loosen off the debris, and it all came out pretty much enough, certainly to release this float here. And then put it all back together in the opposite way round. So I would place it in, locate these connectors here, and then push the pipes back on and put that clip back on, Jubilee clip, and then replace it in, and that's it, job done. I've run a cycle on it now and it's working absolutely perfectly. So the two options there with the check light, it's either not draining, go in and clean that impeller out, and if there's no water in there, then there's no water getting in, and the likelihood is this balance chamber up here is completely blocked. Remove this, clean it out, put it back in, and hopefully you'll be good. Okay, hope that helps.